الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. ثم أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله تعالى وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. All praise you to Allah. We seek His help and His forgiveness. And I bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah Jalla fi Ulah. And I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he is the seal of all the prophets, peace be upon them all. The best narration is the book of Allah, Al-Quran Al-Kareem, and the best way of life is Sunnatul Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And every affair that is added to this religion is innovation, and every innovation lead astray. My dear respected elders, brothers and sisters in Islam, as we follow what's going on around the world, I choose topic that inshallah relevant for our time, because in the Quran Al-Kareem, as Allah mentioned, ما فرطنا في الكتاب من شيء, nothing except a hint to it in the Quran Al-Kareem. And the Quran is not a book of science, it's not actually for any other purpose than to worship Allah and live a life, dignified life. Connect us with the divine, Allah Azza wa Jal, and also pave the way for us to live a life that He is pleased with. Some of the researchers, subhanallah, Muslim research, researcher, he said there is 130 ayat deal with medicine when it comes to medicine. But that's not my topic. I'm not doctor. But that tells you, Quran, as Shafi'i mentioned, قَلَّ وَضَاعَ لِي عِقَالِ. If I lose like a rope that I tied my camel with, or the beast that I'm riding on, I will find the Quran. What he meant with that, meaning gives you all the preventions and all of that to live a life that you are going ala basira. You are with that open mind, you are actually aware, and you live in a life that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, in the Sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they said ulama came أتت لحماية خمس ضروريات, meaning this Islam, this religion of ours, came to protect 5 major things. And subhanallah, whole the world cannot come up with something like that. First of it, it's a deen, حفظ الدين. The religion has to be protected. It's not my topic, but just I'm giving you the 5 to live from here with it. The 5 main things is first religion. In the deen عند الله Islam. With all the respect to the other religions, wherever you are living, but Islam is a way of life, connecting human being with Allah. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون. You are actually best nation. Why? Because you have Allah and you invite to Allah, because your job is to deliver the message, in mine as well. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, بلغوا عني ولو آية, deliver, spread the deen, invite people to Allah. So first of all, ad-deen, حفظ الدين. Then حفظ العقل. Islam came to protect the mind. Our mind has to be protected, and the mind of humanity. Everyone has to be protected. His mind or her mind had to be not polluted with some weird things. And that's why you find al-khamr, it's not permissible, or anything that intoxicate the mind. إنما الخمر والميسر والأنصاب والأزلام رجس من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون. Say Muhammad ﷺ that the alcohol, whatever goes under that, anything that make you not thinking clear, acting clear. And in fact, the Prophet ﷺ said, Al-Khamru Ummul Khaba'ith is the mother of all the evil. When people are really high, they are doing so much things that can harm, kill, and so forth. So Al-Aql, wal-Nafs, the soul, to save a human soul. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. You are not allowed to kill any soul. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said so. It's haram. حفظ النفس. A nafs has to be protected of every human being. Islam came to give a life, not to take a life. The other one, al-badan, the body. Our body, which would be my topic. I'm just giving you the 5. The body. This body of ours is amana. It's amana from Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us in the best form and shape. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. A human being is the best of the creatures of Allah. So everything we do is affect us later, in this life and later as well. And Allah, when it comes to this, what He said to us, that's really the best way to live. To eat is ibadah. Eating is ibadah. Drinking is ibadah. The eating was permissible and drinking was permissible. Where do we get this? Quran Kareem. وَكُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا وَلَا تُسْرِفُوا. Eat and drink, be moderate in your approach to the food. So your body has to be taken care of. And I come back to that inshallah. The last one, al-ird. Al-ird, dignity, progeny. So that's why Islam forbid any relationship between man and woman except under marriage. That frame of what? ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون. That's the sign of Allah that He created for us, our spouses. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed human being, Adam and his children, that He created a woman to be partner with him in this life, in this long journey, and to base that relationship with nikah. وَالنِّكَاحُ مِن سُنَّتي, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, النِّكَاحُ مِن سُنَّتي فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي. Anyone who choose not to follow my sunnah, he is not one of me. وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. Do not get closer to anything that will pollute your heart by committing something that's shameful. So Islam came to protect that. People will know their children. This is my son, ud'uhum li'aba'ihim, son of Abdullah ibn Abdullah or whatever. Knowing the people's kids, who they are. So because there's a lot of rules, and to protect the community, protect the society as well. So Islam came to protect that. Back to my topic. Because related of the time we are in, and you all, alhamdulillah, read, watch, the virus that it's spread in China. You happen to be there. Does Islam has anything to say? Of course, yes. Our ulama in this country and overseas are talking about that too, because they have things to bring to the table. We are not just watching, no. We can contribute. But first, talking about this disease. Is it something sometimes people think, and we go quick to, it's wrath from Allah, it's punishment. It's easy to say that. But no. If you look at the history of mankind, from the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and in fact he predicts something, which they call it الطاعون, طاعون عمواس. This plague happened in the 8th year of Hijrah of the Prophet ﷺ. And this, subhanallah, a disease, a plague, which can affect other people by intermingling with them. So Islam came to protect, right? Human being at large. So the Prophet ﷺ, when he said, إِذَا كُنْتُمْ بِأَرْضٍ, you hear something, you are بِأَرْضٍ, in a place. وَفِيهَا الطَّاعُونَ, and there is that plague in that country or that city or that neighborhood. فَلَا تَخْرُجُوا مِنْهَا. Hadith Usama ibn Zayd. Do not leave that place. وَإِذَا سَمِعْتُمْ بِهِ فِي أَرْضٍ فَلَا تَدْخُلُوهَا. And you hear about a plague somewhere, do not go there. And subhanallah, this is what you hear in the news. Prevention now, after the fact, but they are doing it somehow, save lives. In fact, the last statistics today, numbers that's been mentioned, I did even ask Karim to confirm that, 64,000 so far, human being who died of this. And here, not far away from us, here in San Diego, there is a case. It's in the news. But subhanallah, Islam told us not to go to the places when there is that disease. Neither if you are there, don't leave. You might take it to somebody else. You are actually causing destruction in the land of Allah Azza wa Jal. Doesn't matter where it is. So this is not punishment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was sitting with Sahaba radiyallahu alayhim wa ardahum, and one of the Sahaba of al-Ash'ariyin from Qabilat Abi Musa al-Ash'ari, قال, I was with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ودخل أناس ها هنا وها هنا أعراب, Bedouins are coming from left and right, entering the masjid, and I'm with him. And Sahaba are sitting. فقالوا, they said, Ya Rasulullah, أنتداوى, do we seek help or go to take medication, go to people who are experts, right? قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, قال إن الله تداوى وعباد الله first. He said, seek help. Don't be macho. If you feel something is with you, run to the doctor. فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. الذكر here can be general, the experts. You go to the experts. Don't just go to the sheikh, say, make dua for me. Yes, but you have to do something else. أَلَا جَعَلْتَ مَعَ الدُّعَاءِ قِطْرَانَ, Umar said. He said, do with dua. Qitran is the tar they put in the animals to heal them. When they have injury on them, they put the tar on them. Like today we have cream or whatever it is, to heal them. He said, أَلَا جَعَلْتَ مَعَ الدُّعَاءِ قِطْرَانَ. With dua, yes, not citizen, you have to do something because Allah wants you to save yourself. قال, when they ask him, قال عباد الله تداووا فإن الله ما أنزل داء وفي رواية أنزل وخلق. And that's a wording of the Rawi. He said, ما أنزل الله عز وجل أو خلق داء إلا أنزل أو خلق له دواء. There is no disease. And our doctors, they know that. He said there is no disease Allah sent down when it comes to this disease. I mean, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about it definitely. Al-Alim al-Khabir. Even if it's man-made, whatever it is, Allah is aware of it, yes. Because man can do something, it will not be effective except by the permission of Allah. So, he said, أنزل داء, he bring down disease. أنزل له دواء. He bring down what? The cure. قال إلا الهرم. Except old age. We cannot reverse it. Yes, we may look good and do whatever, dye the hair and all of those things. Okay. For man is permissible, except the black. And it just side the point here. So, but in other narration he said, علمه من علمه وجهله من جهله. Even among the doctors, the experts and all of that, some of them, they might come to the point, knowing this disease, how can we tackle it? How can we remove it? And have some cure for it. And some they may not. But it's promised from Allah that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى. There is no disease ever being or will be not incurable. It will never happen. Then in the second narration he said, إِلَّا السَّامِ. Except, قَالُوا وَمَا السَّامِ. قَالَ الْمَوْتِ. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. You cannot stop that. You can do everything, and you should. Prevention, protect the human being, and that's what are the experts doing, to save a life of another person. So we, alhamdulillah, we know that it's from Allah, but how as Islam, as a way of life, the prevention, as I mentioned earlier, taking that virus, coronavirus, but anything that goes under that may affect another human being or another person, Muslim or non-Muslim, we should be away from people. We remind each other here, alhamdulillah, and people who come, Salat Subh and all of that. When we have a very strong cold, we are actually running nose and all. You stay home. You do your ibadah home. Why? Because you're going to sneeze in the front of somebody and coughing, and it's harming another human being. Islam is a way of life. This ibadah, your ibadah, is between you and Allah, but what your relationship with the human being? That comes also as a responsibility for you. And washing our hands. Tahara. I'm not going to teach you wudu. You, alhamdulillah, you do the wudu every single salat. And sometimes even with no salat, just to get the ajr of making wudu. Stay pure. And then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he said, الطهور شطر الإيمان. طهور حديث عتمة. He said, الطهور شطر الإيمان. Tahur, purification, purity. Islam is about purity. And in inner and out. Inside, there is no shirk. There is no hatred to the Muslims. There is no plotting, nothing. You move those things that is no racism. You move everything from that. That's purity of the heart. Then purity on the clothing. And we are always making an wudu. He said, الطهور شطر الإيمان. And in fact, no ibadah as very restricted with tahara as the salat. If you don't have wudu, there's no salat for you. So doing the wudu is form of what? Curing ourselves. And subhanallah, the istinshaq or istinthar, when you blow from your nose and all those things get out. This is the hikmah of wudu. But we have to do it in the right way. When we do wudu, we not just throw in water. It's not about water. Allah Azza wa Jal, He didn't just send Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with this ahkam just to make it hard. I mean, you could say, what the wudu does for you. It make you able to pray. You can pray without even wudu, you think, because I'm okay. No, but there is some hikam. Maybe that hikam, you get all those things that should be out from your body, from your nose, and your mouth. So this is blessing from Allah. Other things we used to have here in the masjid, and I hope we can do it again, sanitizer and the corners. Just washing rubbing it in the hand. That's also prevention. Islam is about to take all the measures to protect one another. The last point, for people who die in Tawheed. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى. When he talked about people who die in a ta'un, a plague. قال يؤتى بهم يوم القيامة الشهداء والموتى. It will be brought in day of judgment, people who die of a plague, like in this case. But shart is Muslim, because hadith talk about Muslim. And then it will be said to them, they will say, نحن الشهداء. They will say, those who die with these kind of diseases that killed a lot of people, it spreads so fast. He said, نحن الشهداء فيقول الله عز وجل انظروا إلى جراحهم. Look at their injuries. إن كانت تسيل دما. If there is what? Blood. قال فينظرون فيجدونهم تسيل جروحهم دما. Then it will be said, Allah أعلم, but he asked the angels. He doesn't need their answer, he knows. But to establish it on the people and the angels as well. Then they will say, yes, Ya Allah. فيقول هم الشهداء. يعني shahada. And there is nothing that is evil. Sometimes bad things bring good things. But قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فهي شهادة لكل مسلم. لكل مسلم. One last point, I want to stretch, because it happened in China. But the Quran, I always say this, Quran is reference. What happened in time of Musa alayhi salam? Because I received one video from some respected sheikhs, a group, the Aimma, and in it there is a video of, what his name, an article, President of China, one of A'da'ullah Azza wa Jal. And he is going to the masajid asking for dua. We may differ on this. We may say, wow, that's good. Maybe a time of da'wah. Yes, it can be used at da'wah. But did this, like this, exactly happen in time of Musa? Musa. When Fir'aun got actually the punishment of Allah, that's we can call it. فَأَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمُ الْجَرَادَ وَالضَّفَادِعَ وَالْقُمَّلَ وَالدَّمَ آيات. Allah sent on them what? The cricket, القمل, that comes in the head of people. All those things, that's bad. They went to Musa. فلما وقع عليهم الرجس قالوا يا موسى ادع لنا ربك بما عهد عندك. Oh Musa, make dua for us. Please make dua. Fir'aun, the tyrant, Fir'aun, Aduullah, he went to who? To Musa. Why? Because they know that you have the answer. They know you have the power of dua. You have that connection with Allah. قالوا ادع لنا ربك. And same things this guy went and asking. And I hope that Sheikh, if he is notable, he can give it to him right there. That's the good time to show the deen of Allah, that we have the answer for everything. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And we have Khairul Bashar Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He laid down everything for us. So may Allah save people, regardless of who they are. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring shifa. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم استغفروه إنه الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى وصلاة وسلاما على المصطفى وعلى الأهل والأصحاب ومن اقتفى. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Just to refresh our memories, I talked today about one of the necessities that Islam came to protect. 5 of them: الدين, the religion, العقل, the mind, intellect, البدن, the body, and then you have العرض, يعني progeny, then you have المال, money. Escape in the first khutbah, money. Islam came to protect. ولا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل وتدلوا بها إلى الحكام. Do not eat the money of one another with injustice. Taking money of the people or not paying debt. I have cases, people come to me and said, you know, such and such, I need from him so much money. And people are not paying. That's حقوق العباد. That one have to pay. Otherwise, any person will not be accepted by Allah. يعني النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said يغفر للشهيد everything. يعني الشهيد who died in the cause of Allah, defending the deen of Allah. Then Gabriel came to him. After he said it, قال إلا الدين, except what? When you owe people debt. You have money to pay. Do not wait. Do not wait. Because the Nabi alayhi salatu used not to pray Salatul Janazah on anybody who died among Sahaba till he asked, أَعَلَى صَاحِبِكُمْ دَيْنٍ, is your brother or anybody? If they say yes, he said, okay, sallu alayh. You pray, I'm not praying. Why? Salatul Nabi second. Inna salataka sakanun lahum. When the Nabi pray on somebody, Allahu Akbar, that person promised Jannah. The Prophet used to stop if there is what? Dain. Not that he was cheating or was doing, no. It's about حقوق العباد. Anything else? Between him and Allah. Allah Ghafur Rahim, subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when it comes to the dain. So Islam came to protect that. If you promise somebody, you have to give it. Do not take people's money. Do not. If your workers are not paid on time, you're asking the day of judgment. أعطوا الأجير أجره قبل أن يجف عرقه. Give the one who worked for you his due right before the sweat dry from his face. This is حقوق العباد. We have to be very careful. Very careful. Islam is a way of life. We all believe in that. We all saying it sometimes and we act upon it. So may Allah help all of us to be among the people who believe in this deen and taking it seriously. The last point, inshallah, I have a couple of minutes. Dua. Yani I mentioned that Allah sent down any illness, but there is a cure. But the power of dua is very big. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam taught us, and we should. You should. You feel you have some pain in your body and all of that. I'm not doctor here to tell you that there is the immune system is weak, but that you can ask. Respect doctor, they can tell you there is no illness except because the body it's not totally 100% strong. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to put his hand in the place and make dua. رب الناس اذهب البأس واشفي أنت الشافي. From one of his names, الشافي. اشفي أنت الشافي لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. Say this dua, memorize it. Wallahi will help you. الفاتحة is called الشافية. Our ulama call it also الشافية. The Fatiha, you put your hand and read it. So we have dua. Dua is very powerful. And use Allah's names when you ask. Allahumma anta shafi. Don't ask, Ya Razzaq, ishfini. Allah Azza wa Jal said, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. To Allah belong the beautiful names. Ask Him with it. You're talking about rizq, ask with Ar-Razzaq. You're talking about you are weak, you are sick, or your beloved one. Allahumma anta shafi. Ishfi ibni. Give back. The healer is Allah Azza wa Jal. Dua, very, very powerful. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us shifa, all of us. We are all in desperate need of the help of Allah. And make sure, if you have anything that can be contagious, do not go in places. Because, la qaddar Allah, may Allah forbid. Yes, we believe in maut, if it comes, it comes, right? But, if somebody have this virus on him or her, and come, may la qaddar Allah, in the masjid, how many people will be affected? A lot. Because we Muslims, we make a lot. We meet one another. And we have that traditions of, we hug each other. Alhamdulillah, we show that kind of love to one another. So we have to be very careful. Don't carry this to another person. And mostly for Muslims, we have to be vigilant. And we have to be very careful. And I mentioned there is an audience in Diego. Allah knows best. We're not afraid. We're afraid from Allah Azza wa Jal to meet Him, and we are not doing the right things. But الموت is الموت واحد وإن تعددت الأسباب. It doesn't matter how you're going to die. You're going to die regardless. But let it be to be ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. Dying as Muslim, inshallah ta'ala. And may Allah protect us. I have an announcement, inshallah, that Muslims in India, we know what. This is, I mentioned in China and other places, but in India, our brothers and sisters, a land of ulama, and I did mention that before, a land of Ahlul Hadith, a land of the scholars, land of people like you and me who love Allah and His Messenger. They're going through a lot of things. So there is, inshallah ta'ala, a request for support. It's going to be protest tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow. Over 100 places in our area, Los Angeles. It's going to be, inshallah, asking you to appeal to for citizenship that they've been deprived from, that their right. So please, if you can support, to be with one another. وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. Your brother is your brother, and do not betray your brother. This hadith scares me, wallah. Man khadala musliman. Whoever betrayed his own brother when he need your help and you turn your back on him, khadalahu Allah. Allah will what? Humiliate you. When you don't support your brother, you turn on him and you want to pull the rag from under his feet, believe me, wallahi, you will be pulled from your under feet and you will be just shocked. كما تدين تدان. As you do will be done to you. That's what Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. And in the American way, they said, as you do will be done to you. And that goes with the hadith of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if these brothers need you, be there. If you can't, support. Spread the word. Pray for them. May Allah protect them. And also our brother in Kashmir. Places in Palestine, we mention it, alhamdulillah, all the time. But places that our Muslim brothers and sisters need your dua. China, may Allah protect the Chinese Muslim. And may Allah give shifa to the others. Because they have nothing to do with it. It's the government. When you're talking about people, may Allah give them shifa. Do we pray for somebody sick, non-Muslim? Yes. Do we visit? Yes. Because some people, they think no. And Nabi visited Yahudi. He used to visit, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In fact, that's increase your iman when you go and visit somebody who's sick. Even he's not Muslim. You get the ajr, and you are getting what? Allah is with you. You know what the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said? يقول الله عز وجل حديث قدسي عبدي, my servant, مرضت فلم تعدني. Oh, my servant, I was sick, you didn't visit me. فيقول العبد ربي كيف تمرض وأنت رب العباد? You Allah, you don't get sick, you are Allah. فيقول الله عز وجل مرض عبدي, my servant. Whose servant? Abdullah, anybody. مرض عبدي فلم تعوده. You didn't go and visit that servant of mine, because everybody is abd lillah. All human beings. There's nobody abd to something else. Ibadullah. He said, لو عدته, if you did visit him, you will find me right there. It's enough honor to be in a place where Allah is with you. Allah is with us everywhere, but He is with you. That's معية خاصة ليس العلماء. That means He protects you. Nothing can harm you. They can gather all of them. They can do nothing to you because you have Allah. كلا إن معي ربي سيهدين. اللهم لك الحمد، اللهم لك الحمد، اللهم لك الحمد حتى ترضى، ولك الحمد إذا رضيت، ولك الحمد بعد الرضا. اللهم إنا نسألك وأنت في عليائك ونحن عبادك الفقراء إليك، نسألك بأسمائك الحسنى وصفاتك العلى وباسمك الأعظم الذي إذا دعيت به أجبت وإذا سئلت به أعطيت. اللهم يا شافي اشفنا شفاء لا يغادر سقما. اللهم اشفينا واحفظنا يا رب العالمين. احفظنا من بين أيدينا ومن خلفنا وعن أيماننا وعن شمائلنا ومن فوقنا، ونعوذ بعظمتك أن نغتال من تحتنا. اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق، وألسنتنا من الكذب، وأعيننا من الخيانة، وأعمالنا من الرياء. اللهم اجعل أعمالنا خالصة لوجهك الكريم وعلى طريقة نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم احفظنا واحفظ شبابنا وشاباتنا، اللهم احفظهم من كل سوء. اللهم اجعل هذا المسجد مسجدا مباركا يا رب العالمين، وابعد عنه شياطين الإنس والجن يا أكرم الأكرمين ويا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولمن له الحق علينا، وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
استووا استقيموا واعتدلوا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. قل تعالوا أتل ما حرم ربكم عليكم ألا تشركوا به شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا، ولا تقتلوا أولادكم من إملاق، نحن نرزقكم وإياهم، ولا تقربوا الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن، ولا تقتلوا النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق، ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تعقلون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Thanks, Khatib Sheikh Saeed Sadduq. Thank you for the brother that led the prayer. I have a few announcements to make. Tonight is family night. The family night program is Palestine in the 2020 election and the deal of the century by Dr. Osama Abu Rashid. Aisha prayer at 7:30 and dinner will be served at 7:45 and followed by a program. Friday